So we have just confirmed that Meghan Markle has reached a new low. Seems that Thomas Markle, her father, was subjected to emergency surgery in the Philippines because he had a blood clot that required his left leg below the knee to be amputated. And there was this very urgent plea for, well, to reach out to Meghan to see if, well, you know what, I am this dire situation. Can you, after so many years, maybe reach out to see me to find out how I am? Because, well, reasons. And it turns out that we needed around 24 hours or more for Meghan to move a finger, but there are still conflicting reports about this. I'm going to give you the latest that I found out. This was today. As in, after there were claims, quote unquote, that Meghan's camp had reached out and got in touch, Thomas Markle's family, Dan Wooten reported, tell me there has been no contact between Meghan and her father following his leg amputation. He's heard nothing and her PR are full of manure, a source close to Thomas tells me. Another PR disaster for the nastiest duchess in history. And I made that asked that question yesterday, as in, well, this is it. This is the moment of truth. Maybe this is the moment that Meghan needs to, all those claims of how beautiful is being in family and family moments and all that stuff. Because that is one of the things that I need to elaborate with you. Maybe at the end of this video, that's something that Meghan hammer down all the way. This the full hour of that holiday special. Family. She said the word family more times than a Fast and Furious movie. But this is a problem here, in which this article that I was showing you was published on 8:20 GMT of today. Okay, 8:20 p.m. GMT. In which, in this article, claimed that a hospital source told the Mail on Sunday, Mr. Markle is a VIP patient. Of course, we all know who he is. If Meghan or anyone connected with her dad called, here we would have known. It is a big hospital by Filipino standards, but we all know each other and we all talk. The newspaper independently confirmed with the hospital that neither their administration office, reception, intensive care unit, nor the nurses and doctors attending to Mr. Markle had heard from Meghan or her representatives to the best of their knowledge. And that was at 8:20 p.m. Thanks, Royal Sage, for this screenshot. It was really helpful. But then, this was 20 minutes later. I think I can have the actual screenshot so you can see. I want to make sure that you see the time of this one. I'm going to move here this and move the actual screenshot with the time 20:48. It was roughly 30 minutes later. 30 minutes later, Meghan reaches out. Oh, that was incredible. After almost one day, and literally one day, you get this report. Meghan hasn't reached out, and all of a sudden, in 30 minutes, not only was the Daily Mail itself, but also People Magazine. I mean, it's incredible how that works, right? So convenient. When the Daily Mail comes that Meghan has not reached out, 30 minutes later, I don't know. Is there any actual confirmation? I don't see any confirmation about this. I don't see any confirmation. I think that the Daily Mail confirmed this on Meghan's side, on her PR machine, but I don't know if this has been confirmed. And that's why I had to ask the question tonight. I mean, what has happened? Because these reports are all over the place. And That's the thing. I need to talk about a couple of things about this. Again, it was the Daily Mail, People Magazine. See me one more time before I die. Thomas Markle issues a desperate plea to Meghan from hospital bed and says Duchess hasn't called him after life or death leg amputation. And yes, a blood clot in your leg is a life or death issue. And basically, yes, they have to cut your leg because a blood clot big enough, two things. Well, not only it can cut the blood flow to your leg in this case, but it can dislodge itself and travel through your arteries through your head. And yeah, that is the problem because, well, it is obvious that they cannot cut your head without killing you. But you understand, okay? That's yeah, that's the basically the not medical things or explanation behind that, but yeah, it's a life or death situation. P. Dina, I want to be very clear. Read Meghan's statement very carefully. I have heard from a family source that Meghan has not spoken with nor is in contact with her father. So this is just a PR machine. Kate Mansi, exclusive. Meghan tells the staff to find out if reports are true that her estranged father is ill, but they must find out by quote-unquote other means than contacting him directly. I mean, Kate Mansi. I'm going to take Kate Mansi's words here directly, and imagine that Meghan has a team, okay, that can basically do the things for her. She doesn't have to contact her family directly. She can just ask her minions to do that, but also asks her minions to find out about her dad indirectly. I guess that it would be a bad look if Thomas Markle says, you know what, it was not Meghan who reached out to me, it was one of her minions who reached out to me. That would be even worse, an even worse situation, in fact. HRH Lady J, that's simply crisis management. What is happening on Meghan's side? I mean, we need an actual confirmation of that. We don't have an actual confirmation. Let me see, just in case. This says the Daily Mail. Meghan Markle has reached out to her father, Thomas, after he was forced to have life-saving surgery to amputate his leg. A spokesperson for the Duchess of Sussex had previously declined to comment, but in an updated statement this evening, they said, I can confirm Meghan has reached out to her father. So again, this is only from Meghan's side. There's no confirmation from Meghan's, family that she reached out to them. Unless we hear from the Markles themselves and not merely from Meghan's camp that she's been in touch with her father, it simply hasn't happened. That is not a good look. Not a good look. And yeah, there's this media like the Mirror Royal that are basically framing Thomas Markle like the bad guy. What a totally disgusting article vilifying a man and his fighting for his life in a hospital, painting Meghan out to be a victim in the middle of this is in seriously poor taste from the writer of this paper. But you know how it is. It's just people will do anything for clicks. Meghan Small, apparently Meghan Markle says logistics and security to travel to the Philippines is a nightmare. Bayach, you were to Nigeria and Colombia, so do what you have to do. Even Radar Online, exclusive hypocrite Meghan Markle absolutely slaughtered by critics for still refusing to see a strange father as he was left languishing on deathbed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, as Maureen Callahan says. If this doesn't bury Meghan's career, nothing will. But the issue is, I've always said this. If Amber Heard still has fans, Meghan definitely will still have fans no matter what happens. That's something. Maybe that's not the main issue here. The main issue here is that we are witnessing something that is not just the vanity or the narcissistic part of Meghan. This is borderline like sociopathic or psychopathic. And I'm not going to say that families can't have differences. Families absolutely can have difference, and families can break in so many ways. And I've told you more than once that in my body language guide channel that there are situations which you literally have to ghost part of your family, that most people in the world would say that you're insane, that you absolutely have to do that. But the problem with Meghan is that if she had shut her mouth up, she would be in a much better position. But what has she been, screaming off the rooftops, talking about family, talking about the importance of family, the details of family? That's the problem. That is the issue. And of course, all the inconsistencies between the recollections of her own life on her own Instagram account back in the thick days about her father, and what she claimed afterwards that she wanted nothing to do with him, and telling a completely different story about herself. That is the problem. So again, there can be extreme situations in which you could be seen as a bad person if you don't reach out to your family in extreme circumstances. But Meghan, the problem is the hypocrisy. If you keep saying the importance of this, this tight-knit family unit, parenting as well, the importance of parenting, because Meghan has spoken about that, maybe trying to mimic Catherine in so many ways, but then doing this and not acting kind of immediately. Because what is the thing here? It would be so easy for Meghan to just pick up the phone and find out instantly. And for anybody, I don't know if this lady who was about to quit, the one who was, leading her public relations and stuff, anybody would have. You need to pick up the phone right now. This is literally a career-destroying moment. And we need to talk about Netflix as well. You know that Meghan still has that dangling carrot in front of Netflix, and Netflix is not interested, even if Netflix has money to spare, obviously, because they are buying Warner Brothers for 80 billion or something like that. It's an insane amount of money. That I didn't know that Netflix had that much mola to buy Warner Brothers. But it means that, coming back to the Meghan thing, it means that Meghan is in this. Meghan thinks that she's got the ability to decide here. No, she's not. She doesn't have the ability to choose. And the thing is that whatever her PR machines claims that she actually reached out, the actual confirmation has to come from Thomas Markle or Thomas Markle Jr. or from Samantha Markle. That is reality. If they don't confirm that Meghan herself reached out, then Meghan didn't. And no matter what the media says, that's what we're going to assume. So again, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.